Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Long Story Short. I think it's been about a month since we did our last episode. I've been focusing on work, school. Raj had his own things too.
Yeah, got my own things going on. So we
But
try to do the best we can to put both of our schedule. So today was the fit both of our schedule today.
so for today's episode, we'll keep it short for you guys. We're gonna talk about gratitude and being thankful for stuff, and along with some goals stuff too at the very end. But before that, why don't we get into some small talk and some sports? So Raj, any changes about you lately?
Yeah, so the reason why I'm wearing the BYU hat because the Utes lost to BYU, so that's why.
And in case of you are all wondering, they won fair and square. I'm sorry, I had to do that.
Not on a fun point of view.
Oh, yeah. So our friend, we won't say his name. So me and that friend, we went to Chili's in Harrisville. And by the time when the Cougars caught up, when they won the game, that friend was hiding behind a set of chairs at the table.
Like he couldn't stand it.
Yeah. Literally could not stand it. And so, of course, I get that hat off and I go, okay, Fred, I'm wearing a BYU shirt. I would like you to wear this hat. I want us to take a picture. And we were going to send it to you, Raj, and just to be funny. And of course, here's this Fred going, no! No! and then about 5 seconds later, no! And one thing led to another. Guys, I'm not making this up. One thing led to another. He runs out in the Chili's parking lot, okay? And I am like chasing him through the entire parking lot. Like I got the hat in my hand. He's all like trying to avoid it. And I'm like, dude, it's not going to curse you or something. Like, seriously, it's a hat.
And then why didn't you film it? Why you outside chasing him? Why didn't you film it?
Oh,
it would have been like the best part of the night.
Oh, trust me, dude. If I filmed it, it would have been a beautiful YouTube short. And if the viewers were to see it, they'd be like, what?
And when I was driving home, when he told me the whole thing, I'm like, what? What? That really happened? That really happened? That was mind blowing.
Yeah.
I was confused.
Yeah.
I was confused.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
He literally called me
I'm like,
the following
no.
morning.
I'm like, no, this can't be happening. This can't be happening right now. And he was serious. He was being serious. I'm like, okay, I believe it. But in my mind, I'm like, really? My friend, a friend would do that, something like that. I was just like, I was just questioning.
Yeah, and literally one of the worst things about this was there was a couple other people watching.
Oh, no.
So if they had their phones out and had it recorded, I would have been like, oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, come on, people. It's just a game. Like, literally, even though it's also WA one. But anyways, but it's just a game. But, thankfully, got it solved out. And here's what we're going to do with that friend. Raj, make sure you have a BYU shirt ready. And then we're going to have him wear the hat. And we're going to make a Christmas card out of that.
And I know a good way to do it. I have a good plan. I hope the plan works. The plan I thought, I told him, I hope it works. So, yeah.
We won't tell the plan yet.
No.
We'll save it for a future episode.
Yeah.
But let's just say it's going to be a really good plan.
And I told him okay, when we do it to him, you either picture frame it and send him as a Christmas present. And my biggest question is how his parents are gonna react on that Christmas present once he opens it on Christmas Day.
So our friend's family is huge Ute fans, but I bet knowing his mom and dad, that they will get a good kick out of that.
Oh yeah.
They will get a good kick out of that.
Oh yeah.
Like seriously, to all those who say like, "Oh, burn it," or do the other thing or whatever it is. And I go, if I gave you a BYU hat and if you burned it, I'm going to go, you're going to go buy me a new one because that thing was $35 to $40 or I'm going to knock some sense into you. Like, literally. Like, seriously, people, don't be stupid. Holy cow.
And then also, BYU and Utah lost yesterday. Utah lost to Arizona State, and then
No. BYU lost to Arizona State.
Oh, BYU, sorry. BYU lost to Arizona State.
You're
and
good,
then,
dude.
And then Utah lost to Iowa State.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Utah, I believe you guys lost by 3 or 4, and then BYU lost by 5.
We lost by 3. So you lost by 3, and you guys lost by BYU lost by 5.
And one thing that really scared me about the BYU game. So yesterday I was over at B-Dubs in Riverdale, just going out for kind of a little outing. I was watching the first half of the game. Like now, by the time when I left, it was just about the end of the second quarter. Like I think there was like a minute something left. It was literally 21-0, and I was like, "What's going on, BYU? Like seriously, what's going on?" And then by the time when I got home, when I updated the score, I was like, "Holy crap! That actually would have been a really good comeback." I can't believe I didn't stay for the whole thing. Like,
yeah.
Now I wish I did.
I checked the score too. I was like, "Oh, they're down 21-0." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that sucks." And then my team was doing okay in the first half, and then all of a sudden they lost at the end by a field goal, and I'm like, great. I'm like, but my first week, so after BYU beat Utah, sorry, I thought they're gonna. There's only 3 games left. I think they're gonna be undefeated the rest of the season. I was shocked that Kansas beat BYU. I was shocked.
Oh, yeah, and I think a lot of other BYU fans were. But BYU fans, I really hate to say this, but Kansas did win fair and square.
Yeah. And like their running back was very good. The Kansas running back was very, very good.
Like I would say the game started to turn was when Kansas punted the ball. I did watch the replay too. When the football did bounce off the BYU player.
I was like, oh no!
Which that has got to be so frustrating.
I was like, oh no! And the ball touched the BYU player.
Made it legal for grabs.
And then the Kansas player recovered it, and it was like.
And Kansas held down their fort until the end. Holy cow!
And then they lost to Arizona State. I thought it was gonna be personally. I thought it was gonna be a close game, like 3 points. I thought it was going to be a very close game, but...
holy cow, so close.
I was wrong.
So close.
No, okay. If Houston beats... Oh, no, sorry. No, I don't know who you guys play.
I think you said it was Houston.
It's Houston, okay.
But yeah, go on.
I think it's Houston. You guys play Houston? I can't remember who your last game is. But, no, BYU plays Houston. Sorry. Utah plays Houston.
Oh, you're good.
Utah plays Houston. I don't know who you guys play
you're good.
the last game.
But yeah, I think you said if we have one more loss, we're pretty much out.
Yes, that's correct. I was going to point to you. You get one more loss at the end of the last game. Yeah, it's a loss.
So BYU, don't blow it. Like literally, do not blow it. Just because you have 2 losses doesn't really mean it's going to affect your record. Like on the bright side, we are still up there, but we don't want to get
the committee,
complacent of saying, we'll be fine if we lose one more game. No, don't.
Yeah,
go for the high bowls, for crying out loud.
Yeah, so right now for the committee on Tuesday night, like today, the AP, they dropped BYU down to 19. But Tuesday is going to be the real ranking on Tuesday night. So I don't know what the ranking is.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess.
On Tuesday night for the real rankings. The AP poll today dropped BYU down to 19. And Utah is unranked.
So speaking of sports, I'm going to say this. I don't care what other people say. I am so proud of my Buffalo Bills.
Oh yeah, I was very happy about you. Buffalo Bills beat the Chiefs for their first loss of the season. Congratulations for the Bills for being the
Sorry,
Chiefs.
Taylor Swifties.
And
like literally everyone knew for the past couple of years, like the Chiefs has been nothing but a huge marketing team. Like guys, I'm sorry, but when I see something that's like marketing themed, where it's like all money, 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 money. I can just picture like Mr. Potato Head, where he has like the little coins, right in front of him, goes, mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember that. And then
Yeah.
as for my 49ers, we're not doing well this season. Brock Purdy's injured. Nick Bosa's injured. So, I found out Brock Purdy might come back next Sunday to play against the Bills. So we'll see what happens when then. Hopefully Nick Bosa.
And we hope that game is going to be a good one. Like I'm going to wear my Bills swag. Then I hope you wear your 49er swag. Like I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then right now today I just thought I checked the score. San Francisco was losing 38-10. So against the Packers. So
let's see.
Now you guys have a bye. So
yeah. Basically, our team is taking a break this week. Now, before we move on to our goals section, I think our last sports question I have for you is now let's say if the 49ers did not make it to the Super Bowl this year, who would you cheer for next for your backup team?
I would like the Ravens because they're always there. Like they always have to get to the playoff and they get to that one game and they just fall short like right there because I don't want to use a scenario, but I can't think of scenarios like Patrick Mahomes is like always good in the playoffs. He's like Michael Jordan, and then but for a Jazz fan, every time we get to the playoffs, we play the Bills, we get to the Bulls, we lose because of Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, kind of the same scenario with Patrick Mahomes. So.
Pretty much. So. Now let's hear from me. If the Bills did not make it to the Super Bowl this year, I kind of have two teams I would like to cheer for. I will cheer for either the Detroit Lions or the Green Bay Packers for my top team. Yeah, because for the Green Bay Packers, we have Jordan Love, who's from Utah State, for their quarterback. Now, and then for the Detroit Lions, congratulations to them on their record. Like, holy cow, they've been doing really good this season.
You gotta give Coach Campbell the credit. You gotta give Coach Campbell the credit. He's been doing an awesome job with
I think it would be really awesome to see either the Bills or the Lions go to the Super Bowl this year. Like, that would be great. Because I know for the Bills, I know we had those 4 consecutive years like forever ago. Just came close every time. But the important thing is they made it to that. But ever since then, it's been maybe a couple playoffs here and there. So hopefully Josh Allen and the Bills coach could think of some other good plays. And I know the other players have been stepping up on doing a good job as well, rather than just relying on 2 or 3 players to solve the whole thing. And I think that's what could be a team's greatest weakness.
Yeah, and also
if you just rely on a few people.
Yeah, also I picked the Ravens because I'm starting to be a fan of Derrick Henry. And then I was just going through Instagram one day. I was just going through Instagram, and he showed Derrick Henry working out, and I'm like, man, that guy freaking huge. Like, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, wow, he's huge. So yeah.
Oh yeah, but basically for sports, like I would say football. When it comes to wrapping it up, it's really really good. I don't think I want to talk about our Jazz boys. Like even though they did win the other day,
we can talk about it. And they beat the Knicks. They did.
They did.
So I'm happy about that. So.
And I'm really hoping that Coach Hardy is talking to them, especially since most of them are very young rookies. That's where he's like, you guys need to understand this is what the NBA is going to be like. It is not going to be easy. And in fact, Raj, you and I were talking about this last night. Is one of the reasons why not a lot of people are expecting the Jazz to get to the finals is I believe personally we're not a big marketing team.
We're not a big marketing team. Also we have a roster that's very very young. Our roster is very young. We only have a few veterans on our team.
Oh yeah,
and our bench is okay. Our bench is okay, but our bench is just very young. And I think Hardy is extended until 2026. I believe. I could be wrong. I can't remember.
So like literally after 2026 season ends, like he'll have the right to leave if he wants.
I'm hoping the Jazz let him finish his contract. That's my personal opinion.
Oh yeah.
My personal opinion. Cause I don't like coaches being fired in the middle of the season or whatever.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
And then
Holy cow.
Holder on the coaching staff, like, oh, great, we have to start over again. And then, it just
And finding, especially finding someone that could really help you help
I can't think of anybody right now for a good to replace Coach Hardy. I can't think of anyone on my top of my head right now to replace him. In my personal opinion.
Yeah, at least right now, not at the moment. But like whatever Hardy does, like hopefully he'll still be a really good help to these young players because it will be a great opportunity for these young players to actually see. I was like, okay, this is a time for us to improve because especially when we go up against bigger marketing teams like the Cavaliers, the Lakers, the Golden State Warriors, or any other teams that are having a great season, they need to be ready to fight teams like those because otherwise they're just going to blow us out of the water every time.
To be my fingers crossed, Roy marketing and make it to the All-Star again. Hopefully make it to the All-Star again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
And then let's see here.
And our hockey team is not doing Utah Hockey Club.
I was about to say, I was about to say that too.
Are not doing too bad. So they're just hanging in there. And did you say they're in sixth spot, or whatever, something like that?
I think we're in sixth in our conference area, which is not a bad start. Like I would imagine that might still be enough to qualify for playoffs.
I think that's a terrific start.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
fifth spot in the conference.
Yeah,
I think
for a first year time.
First year, that's good. I'm like I think that you gotta get the Smith family, the manager, the whole organization. Like you gotta give them credit how they organized it, who they drafted. And I think you got to give all the credit to the ownership, the Smith family, and you got to give them.
Yeah, for at least making it happen in the first place, because doing this must not have been easy. Holy cow! And now, let's see here. Now before I forget, there actually was one rumor I did hear about, and chances are I'm sure you guys have already heard this, but it's best if I just say it on here just to be on the safe side of kids for those who didn't. So one of my buddies who I work with at my job, we were traveling down to Lehigh to go play one of our favorite card games known as Magic the Gathering. We were driving through Draper in the Point of the Mountain area. Now, there was big rumors going on that a new arena was going to be built over there. The Jazz were possibly moving down there. I honestly don't even know if it's confirmed. I'm sure no one else knows either, unless they're going to keep it to a big secret. But my personal opinion, this is just me right here. I personally think since we got a hockey team, I think the hockey team should get their own new arena. A new good investment, something to think about. Because if we were to move the Jazz down to Draper, or even if the hockey team moved down to Draper, one thing that my friend did say that is a very good point is traveling from the airport. Could be many issues. Because down there at the Point of the Mountain, we know traffic is horrible, especially for whoever lives down in that area. You guys know traffic is horrible down there.
It's horrible down there.
It's horrible.
It's like California traffic.
Yeah, it's bad.
New York traffic.
And then someone else asked me how could they turn the Delta Center from a basketball court to a hockey rink within a matter of hours, and that's where I was like, that tells me right there, Ryan Smith, whoever he hired to do that, is getting paid really good money to get all that done. And see, that right there alone is impressive.
Oh yeah, and I'm not surprised. I'm like, if you know good connection, Ryan Smith, you know good connection with people. So you have good connection, boom.
But yeah, for the Utah Hockey Club, freaking awesome on your first season. And then I would be blown away if we even could make the playoffs.
I'll be surprised.
The Stanley Cup, that would be great.
I'll be surprised if we make it in the playoffs on the first time and the first team come in the season.
Mm-hmm.
That would be mind blowing. And what a huge accomplishment.
So now, for tying in with our last message, it seems like we have been talking about goals a lot. We talked about goals for our Jazz boys. We talked about goals for our hockey team boys, and then goals for our football team. For our favorite football teams. I would say, I know we talked about this maybe a couple times before, but especially when we have a new year coming around the corner, I still can't believe 2025 is almost here. Holy cow, this year went by so fast. Now, for those who make New Year's resolutions, or for those who believe in New Year's resolutions, how do you think you felt this year? Like, did you feel satisfied? Do you feel disappointed? Do you feel like maybe you want to try it again? I would say the one cool thing about goals is, depending what they are, you can have an opportunity to try them again. But of course, growing up, yes, of course, I remember living in a time where anyone could reach for the stars, or you could, fly to the moon, et cetera, however you want to see for your goals.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was also a believer taking your goals one step at a time to make sure you had everything you needed to go. But this is not doing it out of fear. No, absolutely not. But however, you could take advantage of that, turning it into fear. Like, for example, Raj, believe it or not, since now I'm at OTEC taking the culinary arts program.
Yeah.
Some people asked me what I was planning on doing when I graduate from it, because I know for a fact if I leave my current job where it is now, I literally feared for a second. I'm like, holy cow, I'm leaving a big safety net. I'm leaving all these benefits behind. I'm doing this, but that's of course if I decide to do that. But then one day, someone actually told me very, very, very simple words, and those simple words were this: no. You go out there and you make it work.
Yeah, then we have to. We talked about the other day about action, and if you don't do the action part, it's not gonna come to you. Yeah, can't. Everything's not free. Like things like.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you have to put the sacrifice in. You gotta leave your comfort zones.
You gotta get out of your comfort zone, and you have to do the effort. Put your hard work and butt into it. And then once you put your hard work in, go get a treat yourself, and whatever that goal is, or whatever your goal or your accomplishment you want to accomplish, and go out and throw yourself out there. And I'm sorry, but we have a friend of ours that I'm trying to be very nice here. But,
you're good, dude. You're good. Yeah.
Yeah, being very nice here, but and then we kind of we had trust issues with a friend that we hung out before for quite a while, and we tried to explain to him like, hey, this is how the world works, and then we try to be very nice, but still, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be very, very nice. I don't want to be rude or anything. We try to explain to him how the world works, and this is how you're supposed to do. But for some reason, in his mind, he still doesn't get it. And I'm like, well, sad and disappointment at the same time.
Yeah, and then you see, and that's why what I would say is, you cannot be complacent when it comes to setting goals.
That's what I was thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
That was the way I was trying to think of. Thank you.
You cannot be complacent when it comes to setting goals, guys. And you see, that's why I pondered about, continuing culinary arts. Yeah, I will say this: culinary arts is really, really difficult. I have struggled with my tests. I have struggles with my assignments. Like basically anyone who's gone through education, it's like learning something new. And, of course, growing up, I struggled with learning something new because I always felt like I needed to learn it by a deadline and have everything memorized. And boy, was I wrong. And that's why I'm so glad taking these opportunities on working with new instructors to help me get out of my comfort zone, to help me not only be ready to take that next step of faith right there, because like this new path I'm going on, it's going to take a huge leap of faith. And I know you talked about maybe wanting to switch up your job career as well at some point down the road.
At some point, I want to make a change at some point. Mm-hmm. Right now, I feel comfortable where I'm at right now. But at some point, I think
that's fine.
I want to move on at some point. But right now, I'm comfortable where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah, and then sorry. And then so Raj, to Raj and the viewers, I want you guys to be dead honest with me, okay? And Raj, if you accidentally drop a swear word, I'm probably gonna laugh about it for a long time. Okay, so true story. So this is what I heard from someone, okay? I think I was working at an old job a little while ago, and a customer told me this story, okay? Now, this did not happen to her, but this happened to a friend of hers, all right? Now, Raj, I want you to pretend that you're that friend, okay?
Okay.
Now, let's say your spouse, all right? Let's say you and your spouse, after when you guys are married, your spouse gets hired on at a new job that is outside of state, okay? You guys sell your house, you pack the whole family up, you move to that different state after constant hunting to find a new house that's right by your job. You then finally buy a house. You're already thousands of dollars in debt, from after trying to sell your old one. And then your spouse comes home about 2 or 3 days into their brand new job, and then they tell you they quit. How would you react to that?
I'll be upset with the company, not my spouse. I'll be upset with the company. So I'll be upset with the company, not my spouse, not my future spouse. I'll be very, very upset with the company.
But here's the thing, though. The company in the story did not do anything. According to what the person told me, they said the spouse quit it because they simply did not like it. Then what would you do? And that's I know, right?
Okay.
It's like, yeah.
So what? Okay, now that you just told me what I personally would have done, I would have stayed at a hotel or something at her job place. Like, I don't care if I have to go there or whatever, or free time to go over there for a free trip to go stay in a hotel for about a week or so. See how it goes. If it's permanently good, then yes, I would go do house shopping and all those other stuff you just mentioned before. You don't just jump in the ball like, oh yeah, I got hired. That's cool, got hired.
And then you don't fully think ahead, yeah.
Yeah, so you got think down the road more. You gotta think of that. So okay. What you should do, okay, if it's out of state, just move. I don't say move. Go to stay in a hotel for about a week or whatever. I don't know how long I'll say trial. I'll say kind of trial.
Give it a trial run.
Trial run. That's what I'll say. Give it a trial run, and then if it's good, the environment good. If it's solid, good. You got the job. It's solid. You like the environment. You like your boss. You like the coworkers and everything. If everything's smooth and hunky dory, then do the house searching and all the other stuff.
But of course,
and then if that didn't work out, move back. You still have the house where you
don't sell your old house yet.
You still have the house back where you used before, and then you're back home, and then you just go back home, find a job, start at the drawing board of job searching again.
And then you realize your mortgage is going to be due in a couple days because then you quit the job and then now you have no money. You see, that is where crap will hit the fan right there. Yeah, like literally, because as soon as when the person
can you go explain more about it?
Yeah. I was just about to.
Okay.
So like literally, when I heard that story, I was just so blown away from that, where I was like, if I did that, and if my wife in the situation, I bet she would not be happy. I bet she would be so angry, not only having to sell the old house, saying goodbye to all your loved ones and your friends, moving to another area, like taking a new beginning, and then found out that I quit because I did not like it. Bro, like... I don't know what else would happen because I would imagine the wife would be so infuriated.
Oh, I'll be all the best I can.
Especially if you could not get out of selling your new house, because people, when it comes to buying a house, we know house payments are really expensive. When I bought my place, I didn't know if I was surprised I was able to afford the loan. I didn't know if I was. Oh yeah, I didn't know if I would afford the loan. I was shocked. Yeah, and you see, and this is why, I would like to hang on to my place, quite a bit while longer as well. Wait for the market to calm down and everything. So basically, in other words, start a new goal on putting extra monies in the savings because, like, literally the past 4 years with our economy, yes, guys, I know everything was expensive. I know gas was a nightmare, and then for all those who have big families out there, I'm sure it was a nightmare too. But that's why with going back to our goals was I made goals on keeping a tighter budget, on things that I really did not need, and boy was that a good payoff. But of course, like some accomplishments that I made, Raj, I got out of my credit card debt for a little bit, which I felt so proud of myself.
Oh,
But
yeah.
unfortunately, I had to use it again, so now I'm back down in the hole. But I'm still at a point where I could go, you know what? I can still get out of this mess. I can
Yeah.
still get out of it. But realistically, guys, credit card debt is real. Don't be ashamed if you're, like, for example, a couple $1,000s of debt. It's normal. It is normal. Everyone's going to be asking for a loan, and if you guys need a loan for something, no, I won't judge you. Just as long as it's not a Tesla Cybertruck, for crying out loud. Don't get a loan for those. I'm sorry, but anyways, but final thought for goals, unless if you had anything, Raj.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. But final thought for goals was we could have so many goals in mind. Who do we want to date? Where do we want to work? Where do we want to go for school? Do we want to look like Thor? Like for our body workouts, blah blah blah. So a couple weeks ago, back in my old singles ward at the time, because since now my singles ward boundaries have now changed with the new church updates. Someone asked a member of our bishopric at the time, which was a really good question. So they asked, "How did you feel inspired, or in other words, like receive personal revelation when it came to you making your own choices, when it came to you meeting your wife, or wanting to go to school, etc." So they were basically asking, how did you receive the inspiration to do all that stuff? And now the member of the bishopric, he talked for about 5 or 6 minutes, and he went into a lot of details. But a couple things that really, really caught my eyes and ears was that he said this: if you just sit there and if you expect the Lord to drop everything right in front of you and you don't do anything,
Going back what I said earlier.
yeah,
Going back what I said earlier about a friend. Um, not
yep,
not to be judgmental or anything.
yep,
We were just
simple,
we were just giving him a teaching moment.
yeah, exactly,
Um,
yeah, hmm
and so yeah, we have to first you have to have faith, and then you have to pray about it. Whatever your goal or whatever you're going through, you have to pray about it. Ask God where you want to be, how you can accomplish it, and then
and you
what
really gotta
and then
put the
and
effort
then
into it.
whatever you're praying about, then the next step you have to make action. Action speak louder than words.
Exactly.
And you have to whatever that action is, don't make it a huge don't make it wherever the action is, don't make it a huge deal about it. Just make a baby step, just take it step by step. Maybe I don't care if it's a mini one, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So something simple.
Also
Start simple.
there's something simple, and then and then it's like a flower. Once you put the seed in, and once you water it, and then the flower will grow. And if you continue, as long as you put water in it, and get enough sunlight, the flower will grow. And
Yep, flower. Water it, take good care of it.
That's what we need to do. We need to water it, have the sun get enough light, and then if we keep growing ourselves to go close to what we want to accomplish, and then keep growing and growing, and it's baby steps. And once it's a full bloom of flower, then you that means you accomplished the goal, and then start all over again start all over again on the next goal that you want
Exactly.
on the next goal you want to accomplish on your New Year resolution.
In fact, like not just only New Year's resolutions, but basically just life goals in general. Like for example, like I kept hearing people left and right, by saying, like saying, oh, I want to have a boyfriend, I want to have a girlfriend, I want to get married, this and that, I want this, I want to have a family, blah 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 blah. Guys, I am so willing to bet God already knows all these things anyway. And I also bet he not only wants to support on us being happy, but we have to take other steps to help us get to those goals. And that's why I'm so thankful at starting these new wards. It's a new opportunity to make friends. And that right there is where I'm going to start. That's where I'm going to be like, yeah, I want to start making friends first to even see if I even feel comfortable on dating some people, getting to know them on a very good basis.
Going back on our last video.
Yeah.
Just be start with being when you go to your ward, just talk to people, meet them, be who they are, get to know them, and then just be their friend. And then once you feel comfortable being their friend, then if you feel comfortable around that job sector or that person, just go up and talk to her and ask her.
Yeah.
And don't feel bad if she says no.
Exactly.
Don't feel bad if she says no. That means
we're gonna get a lot of rejections, people.
Yeah. So don't feel bad if she says no. That means she's nice to you. That's cool.
There you go.
And you can still be her friend.
Yeah.
You can still be her friend if she said no. Just be her friend. If she just said no, she just wants to be a friend. That's cool.
In fact, a very final thought right here. A friend of mine who served in the same mission as me, he visited my home the other day. It was a very, very good reunion. We actually were talking about dating goals for me. It was him, his fiance, and then a few other missionary buddies were there too, and they all said the exact same message but in different words. And that message was as simple of what I said earlier. It was saying, go out there and you make it happen. Like, you need to get out of your comfort zone. Like, you need to avoid that complacency. And I remember watching a Red Bull commercial, like during the X Games. I can't remember exactly who said it, but it was a really, really good ad. Because at the very, very end, and I will leave this all with you guys right here, is one of the athletes said, you have two choices. One, you could either sit on your butt and do nothing, or you get up and you go out there and you make it happen. Mm-hmm. How do you think all these athletes or all these successful people, how do you think it worked out for them? I bet you they simply just didn't buy their way in and it was all handed them. No, I bet you they had to put in a lot of the sacrifice, a lot of the work, a lot of dedication to it too. And commitment. There we go. Commitment.
Commitment. Sacrifice and commitment is another thing that came to my mind. I was kind of thinking of, and then a lot of people can't think of sacrifice. Like, oh, I want to do this. I can't. I don't want to sacrifice for doing this.
It's basically like saying I want to own a restaurant, but I don't want to be open on holidays.
Yeah.
That would be nice, people. But I'm like, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices.
Yeah, and then just going on the end of the topic. Just be realistic. Make your goals very simple as possible, and then just treat yourself after when you accomplish that goal. And then another topic I want to talk about is getting close to Thanksgiving.
Yes, Thanksgiving's coming up.
And so think about what you're really thankful for this year or in the
especially
past.
For stuff that you've already done too.
You've done too. And I don't care if you write them down or whatever, but just think so. That's where you're driving to work or going to school. Just think about some things that you're really thankful for about this year, or what you accomplished, or what you're looking forward to for next year in 2025. And be happy, be cheerful, and be happy. Enjoy being with your family and friends this coming week for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly, guys. But but I would say, to tie everything all together, when it comes to actions being louder than words and being thankful for all we have, someone posted a meme on Facebook the other day. I should have saved it. I totally forgot to save it, but I did remember exactly what it said. It simply said these words. You can do it. So at first, I thought it was one of those encouraging posts, right? And it says you can do it. Right. But on the bottom, this is where it gets interesting. It says, but I know you won't. That was such a big eye-opener to me. And that's where I was like, whoa, this is one of those posts where it's like calling you out type of thing of what we were talking earlier about actions being louder than words. Yeah. My advice to that, guys, I'm going to say this to me as well. is get that garbage out of your head. Go out there and make it work.
Get, and also there's another second thought. So there's the first thought, like, okay, let me do it. But then the second thought comes in and pushing you, pulling you away to accomplishing a goal you want to accomplish. So get that second thought out of your head, and get that first thought in your head, and then keep reminding yourself. I don't care if you put it on your fridge, put it on your phone. I don't care what you do.
Your bathroom mirror, yeah.
Put it in the mirror or whatever. Put a reminder in your phone, and then when you finish that goal, reward yourself, and then move on to the next one, and keep it simple first, and then and work your way up.
All right, guys. Well, hey, you all have a happy Thanksgiving, and then after that, have a Merry Christmas after, in case we don't do another episode by then.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas if we don't do one before. And hope you have a good night, and peace out.
Bye bye.